All right, welcome into the Daily Fix as we do this every single day, 12 o'clock noon Central Standard Time. Daily Fix with Ron Hughley. That's me in the proper big box. There's Steve Serta in the little box where he belongs. And, as he joins us every single day. Remember, this is the first thing I need you to do. If you're taking us in on Twitter, we appreciate you. If you're taking us in on YouTube, we appreciate you as well. But the first thing I need you to do is to go to Foolish Club Media, like and subscribe. I tell you this every day because I need you to do it every day. Like and subscribe. We are growing. We are growing every single day with listeners, new listeners. Tell some friends, and we're seeing subscriptions go up. But we need you to like and subscribe at Foolish Club Media. Daily Fix is presented by Foolish Club Media. A lot to get to. I'm not going to hold you long, as we say every day. Two people who just can't stay single, just can't stay by themselves. We gotta get into that. This whole Tua Brian Flores conversation is annoying me at a major rate to hearing the takes that people have. We'll get to that, but first I want to start here. Andy Reid said this, Steve. He said that the Chiefs' second cornerback position might be by committee. And here's my thing. It takes me a long time. I as a fan, I'm a concerna fan. There are some fans that are just purely optimistic. There are some that the sky is falling all the time. I'm a concerned fan, and it takes me a while to get to a you call it worry. I don't care what you call it, but it takes me a while to get to a place where I just say, "Hey, man, even if it don't make a lot of sense to me, I'm just gonna trust you." All right, you know how long it took me to get that way with Bill Self when he would make decisions, and I'll be like, "All right, man, I'll just roll with you." I mean, probably a lot longer than many people think. I'd say 15, 16 years before I just said, "All right, Bill. All right, go ahead, man. I'll trust you. You've done it." Andy Reid has gotten there. There are many times I've scratched my head on what are you, and I'm doing it right now. What are you doing with Sky Moore? But I'm just going to trust you. I'm going to trust you because you've got a track record. You've won championships. Steve, I think Steve Spagnuolo is starting to slide into that space for me because my mind is telling me almost panic. My mind is saying we got multiple guys in positions they haven't played or multiple guys that are playing new positions that are just starting. And you got Shamari Connor playing in the slot, and this is the first time he's done that. And when he says cornerback by committee, this is multiple guys in which it's like, good God, man. She just wasn't going to turn that off. But it's like multiple guys. Shout out to Mama Show who's in town. But then you got multiple guys that are going to fill this corner. Is it Watson? Is it Williams? Who is it? Who's going to fill this role? Not to mention McDuffie playing the lead corner out of the slot and on the outside in a new role. So, my mind says be concerned, almost panic, but my heart is saying, all right, man, Spags, you've shown it. You've shown not having great corners. You've shown having good corners. You've shown not having a great pass rush. You've shown having an amazing pass rush to be able to make it work and get it done. So Steve has reached that point where I'm just going to have to trust him until I don't.
Yeah. Well, you should. He's one of the greatest defensive coordinators in NFL history. And remember all of those years where the Chiefs just refused to draft cornerbacks and they'd just bring in guys off the scrap heap and
make it work.
And like I don't expect Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams to be L'Jarius Sneed, but I think that as long as the safety group is healthy and Justin Reed's trending in the right direction to be available week 1, I think he even said on Twitter this week that he is going to play in week 1. Like, I think as long as the secondary as a whole unit is healthy and they get those guys on the field, I think Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams can be serviceable players, even though they're not going to be lockdowns like L'Jarius Sneed.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to go with my heart here. My brain has nervousness. That old Johnson Watson, and and Williams law firm over there just picking it off at the second corner. But I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you can make it work. All right, let's switch over to this because this is taking over the sports world. We talked about it a bit. Dan Le Batard sat down with Tua, and Tua came out and expressed, "Hey, yeah, man, dude, Brian Flores was a terrible person. He told me I sucked on a daily basis. Told me that he wished I wasn't there. Told me that somebody else should be here. I mean, he did the classic ripping somebody down. Although this, I think, is outside the bounds of tearing somebody down. But then he said to hell with the building the back up portion of it. He just stayed with the tear down. Now Brian Flores, it got so hot he had to respond. This is him yesterday talking to the media.
You know, that hit me in a way that, you know, I wouldn't say was, you know, positive for me. But at the same time, I've got to use that and say, hey, how can I grow from that? You know, how can I be better? And that's really where I'm at from that standpoint. Do I feel like, you know, that's me? No. But, you know, how can I grow from that situation and create a world where that's not, you know, the case that anyone says that about Brian Flores.
All right, I really love how it went third person to finish it off on the dismount. There's no other way to do that but then calling yourself Brian Flores. But listen, I want you to listen to it very closely. I will say this. I commend him for coming out and speaking the way he did and saying what he said. But you know what you didn't hear, Steve? You didn't hear him say anything that Tua said was wrong or off base or untrue. And that's why you know it's true, because this is a guy who wants to be a head coach again. And some of the stuff that Tua accused him of is death nail stuff potentially for a guy trying to be a coach. You ruined a quarterback and told a top 6 quarterback that I want nothing to do with you. You're terrible. You suck every day. And I wish somebody else was here. And you didn't at all deny any of it. So, look, as I said, hopefully he is growing. I'm a believer of second chances to people, and hopefully he has grown from this. But rest assured, Tua wasn't lying, because Brian Flores came right on out and had plenty of ample time to deny it and didn't. So what happened there is real. So people who are coming at Tua and saying, well, you got paid already. Why are you talking? Why don't you let it go? Or the people who are saying, oh, look, he's soft. We've never seen a player do that. No. Let's not talk about Tua in that standpoint. Let's focus on this and him trying to change. Says he was the one in the wrong. Don't victim blame Tua because he answered a question and said something. He was the one that was foul, and he's saying he was foul.
It's I don't know why we do this when the players give us the answers that we all know they've been wanting to give us, and then when they do, there's the, oh, why is he coming out and saying that now? Like, why didn't he say that then narrative? No. And it's like, well, Tua's comfortable and confident now, and when he came into the league, he did not have a support system around him to make him feel comfortable in speaking up and saying something like that, because he's like, this is my career. Like, this guy is in charge of whether or not I succeed or fail in the NFL. And there's dozens of guys from the Bill Belichick coaching tree, and Bill Belichick couldn't get a job this season because it seems like a lot of people just don't want to work with Bill, who needs to be in charge of that. Like, that whole philosophy just doesn't really work in the modern day NFL anymore. And that's why we see guys who are building up their players find so much success now.
But it's gross, because I still contend, sir, that none of that is in the bounds of hard coaching. Like, that's not hard coaching. That's not anything that anybody would want to be done. You wouldn't want anybody to. You want somebody to talk to your dog like that. You suck every day. I wish you weren't here. I wish the other guy was here. That's out of the bounds. That's not coaching hard. That's completely so. The people who want to bypass that stuff and then talk about why Tua's saying it now, or you got paid, or forget about it. Why are you bringing it up? Or why are you bringing the locker room? No, let's deal with that. That was the part that was out of bounds. All right. I'm sad to break it to some of you all that may not know this, but we lost Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck not as people in death, but as you can see, Serta has it there. They are divorced. They are no longer. This was a quick one, to be honest with you. But listen, they knew it didn't work the first time when they, I think, started dating off of that movie Geely that was as bad as their relationship.
Never saw.
Allegedly, I couldn't do it. And I think Jersey Girl, did they have that one too? But these are two people. Like, can you all just sit back and just be by yourselves for a little bit? Like, it felt like J.Lo has gone Diddy to Affleck multiple times, to Mark Anthony. She had a run there. She had that Alex Rodriguez run. Like, she has, like, in him, he can't, like, Jennifer Garner, he scooped. They can't be alone. Can y'all just be alone? Can y'all just calmly be alone? And I will say this one time, Serta. Jennifer Garner, don't you dare. Don't you dare let Ben rope you back in here. All right? It's over. Don't go back to him.
I think she's done with him. I don't think
I'm just saying, let him go. I feel like multiple times she has been sucked back in by him. I know they were married for a while. They've got those kids. They've got 3 little ones. I'm just saying, Jennifer, don't let him sweet talk you. Because I believe I believe Ben's a charming little son of a gun with his little Dunkin' Donuts coffee and his stuff. It can reel you in. I'm just saying, Jen, you can find better. Like, y'all just ain't working. Just don't let him sweet talk you back in. I'm not trying to block you, Ben, but I feel like that's where you're gonna go. Just be by yourselves. Just chill for a little bit.
And they just don't want to be lonely. I understand that. I understand the idea of not wanting to be alone and thinking that maybe this person has finally changed and you can finally get it to be the way that you want it to be.
I bet that both of them are in something within the next 6 months. I bet both of them are in something, and probably high profile. Probably, or I don't know. Maybe Jennifer goes to the well again for a dancer. I don't know who she's hunting down. I don't know who she's got her eye on.
Affleck had a fling with Ana de Armas, so.
See, I didn't even know that one. He's just like, God, man, just sit back, man. Just work for a year. Grab a tour or something. Make you a movie for a year. Hi, Mom and Courtney.